I feel like I haven't done a video on Dog the Bounty Hunter in a long time. To be honest, I can't think if I've ever done one on him, period. I think I probably have, but it's just been that long since I've talked about him. But I have to address this. And this can apply to more PC men than just him. And it's the topic of using the N word and feeling that he has a right to say so based on a pass that he's been given. And to the person who sent this to me, I replied to them. I said, I wonder who gave him that pass. And sure enough, is exactly what I thought it was before I even opened up this video, and it confirmed me within the first couple of lines of the article that I'm going to read. Coming from TMZ, it says, Dog the Bounty Hunter, I had a pass to use the N word doesn't make me racist. Dog the Bounty Hunter says he has more black friends than Eminem. Those are the first words of the article, outside of the title that I just read. Claims the quote unquote the brothers gave him a pass to use the N-word and says using the term doesn't make him racist. Well, if we find the brothers who did it, or if they find out, they need their ass beat. The reality TV star made the comments during an interview with ET's Kevin Frazier, pushing back on allegations from his daughter Bonnie Chapman, who claimed her dad is a racist, homophobic cheater. Dog says he's never been a racist and says he gets labeled as such because of an Achilles heel from back in the day. A leaked phone call with his son where he used the N-word at least 6 times in a rant that got him canceled at A&E. Let me keep going. Dog says he used the N-word so freely because, and I quote, I thought I had a pass in the black tribe to use it, kinda like Eminem. Fool, Eminem don't get a pass either. At least not from me. Kevin, who was black, asked Dog point blank who gave him the pass, with Dog saying the brothers. When pressed, Dog says the brothers were black inmates he interacted with when he was behind bars way back in the day when the N-word got tossed around in what he saw as a quote-unquote compliment. Dog admits his alleged pass expired. It was never there. It was never enacted. And notice where he did this at. He did this in prison, y'all. I just want y'all to know this. He said this happened in prison back in the day. I don't know when he went to prison back in the day, like what year or what era, but it wasn't recent. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like back in the 90s or maybe even the early 2000s sometime. I don't know, but it's been a long time. Notice that he said this happened in prison. If they gave you a pass in prison, guess what, Dog? That means that pass only was for you in prison. That does not apply outside of prison with everybody else. Because if it did, you would not have gotten canceled at A&E for that rant that you went on with your son in that phone conversation that got leaked. So you can bottle that one up and chuck it into the ocean and let it fall to the floor and stay buried there. He said he also says he got tons of black friends. They love using that one. More than even Eminem, and then gets ripped by Kevin. As we reported, Dog's daughter claims she didn't get invited to his wedding because she supports BLM. But Dog says he supports the movement too and says he's not a racist just because he used the N-word. I don't know, Dog. Because we all heard about that rant. See, he's trying to clean up his image, but look at him. Can you really clean this up? This cannot be fixed. Ayanla couldn't even fix this. Dog pushes back on claims he cheated on Beth Chapman before she died from cancer and is on the defensive pretty much the entire time he's being grilled on camera. This guy's pathetic. He looks like a toad. He looks like a decaying toad. But Dog, let me just tell you this right now. You do not get a pass to say the N-word just because some guys in prison said that you could. Look at where you were at. You were in prison. You were within a confinement. You were within a compound. You weren't in the outside world. And if anything, they set you up for failure because they probably didn't tell you to be careful of who you use that around. And that's the one thing black people have got to stop doing. Stop telling these individuals that they have a pass to say this word, because if they say it to the wrong person who is not on the same wavelength as you, they will get popped. And you can take that however you want it, because whenever they feel they can freely say that, they'll say it to anybody, because they'll think that the mindset of a few is the mindset of many, or all in this case. And that's not the case. Just because the ones in prison said that he get a pass to say it does not mean everyone else or every other black person that he encounters is going to feel the same exact way. And let me just say this. If he said it in a way that was quote unquote as a compliment, you know how they said the N-words, with the A is a term of endearment. The way that he ranted about it that got him canceled in A&E, he used it in a very slave master term with the ER. So I'm willing to bet he did not use it in the terminology that gave him a quote unquote pass when he was in prison. He used the other one outside of that. Now, I wonder if he would have said the one that he said in his rant to his prison buddies, would they have accepted that? Probably not. Hopefully not. But then again, they did say he got a pass from the brothers. And look at that. He said the brothers. Man, listen. I can't deal with this. I can't. But to all the PC people out there, if you feel that you have black friends that allow you to say that word around them, so you can say it around them, but just keep in mind, your black friend, because usually it's that black friend who says you have a pass to say this word, only they will hear from you, and they won't say anything. But if another black person who is not their friend or not even an associate hears them say it, then there's going to be a problem, and they can't even get upset. They cannot even get upset. But then they'll be like, but I thought, nope, you thought wrong. We all do not think alike. They probably think we do, but we don't. Then he mentioned the part about him having more black friends than Eminem. My thing is, how do you know how many black friends Eminem has? That's the question. Have you been around Eminem and counted every single black friend that he has to come to that conclusion? That was even more dumb and puzzling. Like, the excuses he came up with. Now, I have issues with Kevin Frazier. Now, I haven't watched the video, but they say he ripped him. I don't know how much Kevin Frazier ripped him to say whether that was a good tearing of a new one or not. But because Kevin Frazier has said some questionable things in the past, and I had to go in on him too. But if he did go in on him, I have to give kudos to him, because I could not, as a black man, sit across from this guy and listen to this and let that just fly over my head or just go past me like I didn't care what he just said. But like I said, this also goes back to the comfortability that a lot of black people unfortunately give to PC people all the time. Granted, yes, he said this happened when he was in prison, but the fact that it happened is a problem. Because he carried that outside of prison. He didn't let it stay there. He carried it outside. And I would not be surprised if he had that mindset going in. It's just that now when he says, oh, I got a pass from the brothers, now I can feel validated in saying the N-word and I don't have to feel bad about it. And truth be told, he has the mindset that a lot of other white people have. They want to go back to saying that word freely without any complications. I hate to break it to you, PC. That ain't happening. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments.